I love history.
Did your wife keep her maiden name?
Man, I tried to call you. Did you change your number?
What you wearing? You smell good.
Thank you. Muchos thank you.
It is MLB.com's Anthony Castrovince in this installment of The Pen is Mightier and dressed for the occasion. Anthony, didn't you? This is casual every day for us. Harold's wearing a hoodie. I'm dressed like a weird lumberjack, and you're wearing a suit and with party favors at the house. What's going on?
Well, we are giving out awards to the awardless players here, so I felt these guys deserve a little love. They deserve a little flair, and it was my daughter's 8th birthday yesterday, so we had the balloons laying around.
I love how you've kind of channeled the spirit of the thing here, and we're going to put this up for folks to digest. And Anthony's piece, as always, you can read it on MLB.com. Here's the all-awardless team, and I guess the framework of this, correct me if I'm wrong, is, guys who had the best years that didn't come down with awards. Taylor Ward, great with the Angels, comeback player of the year candidate, didn't win the award. Adley Rutschman, runner-up to rookie of the year.
Sneaky won his award. I love that.
That's sneaky. But let's start with the biggest star on the list. And Bryce Harper had such a great year, yet no hardware. Talk about Bryce's season.
Yeah, now he did win NLCS MVP, so you can accuse me of finagling that for him. But this is about the regular season. 99 games in the regular season. We know that he played through this elbow injury all year, played with one elbow basically, and it was still very productive for the Phillies under those circumstances. 364 on base, 514 slug, 18 homers, 28 doubles. He did that in 99 games. He missed 52 games after getting hit with a thumb. Wasn't quite as dynamic when he came back from that. Obviously stepped up in the postseason, hence the NLCS MVP. But I just think under those circumstances, pretty incredible season for Bryce. And we learned more about it, of course, just before Thanksgiving when he did have the elbow surgery, and it was Tommy John. So that'll obviously impact him again moving forward.
He has been worth every penny.
We got that full screen built?
Yeah, we got it built. We'll put it back up there. And I want to ask you about another guy on the list here, because when Carlos Correa signed with the Twins, there was quite a bit of, great stuff out there, some propaganda.
The Twins have a new explosive weapon.
Yes, and the new explosive weapon was excellent in his perhaps one and only year in the Twin Cities.
'Tis the season for propaganda. Yeah, I would say, Correa, somewhat under the radar. Like when he signed that one-year deal with the Twins, he is hoping for the full-bore Correa season, and obviously for them to reach the playoffs in his one guaranteed year in Minnesota. That did not happen. But I do think, he posted up for them. He had a 140 weighted runs created plus, 22 homers, 24 doubles. I think he acquitted himself pretty well. I think he's going to make himself a much richer contract this winter. So I know, again, it wasn't – everybody wanted that to be this perfect concoction where he has a great free agent walk year and they have a great year with him. It wasn't quite that, but it was still a very strong year for Carlos Correa.
Hey, I want to throw one omission. So you get omitted from the awardless team. I got to ask you about Mike Trout. He had 40 home runs in 110 games, and you got Nimmo on center. So I'm just curious about that one.
That's fair. I dinged Trout like everyone else did for missing time. But you think about Taylor Ward, his breakout, Mike Trout doing what he did when healthy, and Shohei Ohtani, and the Angels' offense still stunk. So figure that out. But you're right, Harold. Mike Trout would have been very deserving of our trophy this year, which is a Rocky Colavito bobblehead. Because Rocky Colavito, as all Italian Americans know, was a great player who never won a darn thing, never even played in the playoffs. So he is our representative for the All-Awardless team. But you're right. Having Trout, unless Trout got some, maybe when I was looking at it, unless he got some Player's Choice Award, I'm not remembering.
So let me ask you, your toughest one in this group. What was the toughest player on the group to put on a team that you thought about?
Can I answer for you?
Oh, man.
Can I answer for you? Evan Phillips? What?
That's tough. I mean, there's like 150 relievers who come out throwing 100 and put up silly numbers. And there's only 4. If you think about it, for a reliever's not going to win the Cy Young. That just doesn't happen. A reliever only has 4 chances to win an award. That's, the Reliever of the Year awards and the All-MLB first and second team. Usually the relievers of the year are represented on the All-MLB team. So that's not a lot of opportunities for the great relievers to be highlighted. But Evan Phillips had the best ERA of anybody in baseball with at least 40 innings pitched. He had a 0.76
I'm
whip.
not mad at it.
He gave up 4 runs after May 22nd.
He was filthy all year.
Just fantastic. Just fantastic. And I love, these guys who come out of nowhere. He was a waiver pickup last year. Good for them down the stretch last year. But then this year he was transcendent. He was the anchor of their bullpen and a big reason why they won 111 games. You think about it with Craig Kimbrell, not having a consistent season, having a lot of struggles, actually. And Daniel Hudson, missed time with injury. So Evan Phillips was huge for the Dodgers.
Who would have been your manager on the All-Awardless Team? Because there's only one managerial award, right? There's Manager of the Year. I know different publications have their award, but who would have been a managerial choice for you?
Yeah, so Manager of the Year is the worst award we hand out for the Baseball Writers Association. It's totally narrative driven. It's just whoever exceeded our expectations, in our infinite wisdom, who we didn't think would be good and was. And the problem with that is then you can't win if you're supposed to be good, So Dave Roberts, right? 100. I know we're looking at it through the prism of what happened in the offseason, but in the postseason, excuse me. But 111 wins, franchise record. Dodgers have been around a while. They've had some good years over the course of history. Good. They lost Walker Buehler. I don't know. I might give it to Dave Roberts or Brian Snitker. They made this huge comeback against the Manager of the Year winner. So figure that out. Where the Mets below this big league. So those would be my two. I'd kind of deliberate between
a Rocky Calavito bobblehead for Dave Roberts.
You like Italians, baby?
Yeah, we do. We like Italians. Anthony Castrovince on the program on this Monday. Thanks for dressing up for the occasion, man. We'll talk to you next week.